I'm Joe Padula.
I'm Melissa Marquez.
I'm Dar Place.
And this is the local news you need to know. Absolutely. Happy Election Eve, everybody.
Exciting.
Is it the end or just the beginning, Joe?
My gum.
We'll find out tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is tomorrow the end or just the beginning? Either way, no
Yeah.
matter who gets elected.
Here,
It's going to be interesting.
Melissa, catch. It's my gum.
I would have caught it.
No. What?
That's nasty, but I would have caught it.
Hey, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Definitely comment away. Be a part of this. Because we got a couple things to talk about. We're going to be going over election stuff here in Tennessee and abroad. No offense, Melissa.
It's all good.
And, broad. I love that term. Why don't we use broad anymore?
Because it's outdated.
It wasn't bad,
It's
though.
not. That was an incredibly. When a man called a woman abroad, it was meant purely as a compliment. Like
Really?
that's absolutely.
I think a
I had
few
no
bad
idea.
apples changed it and
Yeah, they
ruined
did.
everything.
Abroad was like, today we'd say it like this. She's like a dude, but she's one of the guys, but she's a girl.
Well,
Abroad
Yeah.
was kind of a woman you could depend on. She was there.
She's my broad.
Yeah.
My dad always uses
my
that
old
word.
lady, like the bikers would say, right? So, yeah.
My old
Abroad
lady.
was seriously, it was. It was
Dames.
meant.
I love it. All right, here we go. Let's start off with the election 2024. How is Tennessee voting? Or how is Tennessee voting? Stupid me with the friggin' with the typo. Should have seen me rushing around this morning.
That's great.
I think it's fitting, actually, with our school systems.
That's great. But the great part is that you call yourself out on it, which I love you for.
Well, I am an idiot.
You
I am
have to
an
own
idiot.
it. That's good.
Sometimes it's good to be a dope. What's up, John Doe? Hope for the best and prepare for the worst.
what would be the
after tomorrow's
worst?
elections.
Yeah, but if you're preparing for the worst, aren't you planning it? No, I agree.
I want to know what he thinks would be the worst. I think I know what he's talking about,
Yeah.
but I just want to see him type it.
I'm on tn.gov.
do it. Do it now.
So let's see. View polling locations. Did you guys vote yet? Did you guys do early voting?
Oh yeah.
I didn't have time, but I'm going to go
I
tomorrow.
voted on it's either the second or third day of early voting.
I
We went
lo-
the first day, and holy monunk,
Packed.
it was a big old line.
Packed.
However, I just really love, at least Montgomery County. I can only speak for our voting system. Even with that long line, it's incredibly efficient. We went back on day 3. The line was about the same length. We just had more time. We jumped in. I think even then it was wrapped all the way around. And I think we were there maybe 15 minutes.
What'd you have to bring with you?
My driver's license.
Right. Valid.
The valid driver's license with the correct address. Well, and even if you didn't have the correct address, you just had to verify your current
Well, what if you're
address.
an illegal with the driver's license?
Can you
I
vote
don't
with your
have the
carry
answer to
permit?
that. I just like that. I mean, they checked your driver's license. Then you go back there. Like, I felt very secure in the voting system. I didn't feel like there was a lot of opportunity to, I have no faith in the mail-in or anything else like that. But the in-person
In
here
person,
was,
I'm down.
Can you
I
vote
don't
with
like
your
in
carry
person,
permit
yeah.
or no?
Well, you can vote with your Tennessee driver's license with your photo. Okay, United States passport, here in Tennessee anyway. Photo ID issued by the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Is that your carry
Security.
permit?
No, I don't think that is. Photo ID issued by the federal. Do you not have a driver's license?
I can't find it,
What
but
do
I
you
have
mean
my
you
carry
can't-
permit. I don't know where I
What's
put
wrong
it.
with you?
I don't know. I don't know where I put it.
It's November 4th.
I know, and I went to look for it, and I'm like, somebody was like, "Do you have your ID?" Because I was flying, and I said, "Sure," and I pulled it out, and it was my carry permit, which is great.
Tennessee handgun carry
It's just-
permit
all you
with
do
your
is
photo.
All
go
right,
to
I'm
the
in there.
DMV
I gotta
and
get a
go,
new one.
and just you literally order it online. I mean,
I need a new picture.
Or
anyway.
United States
I got you.
military photo ID.
Nice.
Dar, this broad over
And
here.
I knew he
What
meant
a broad.
Harris.
This broad. No, you got to find that driver's license. What if you get pulled over?
I got to get another one anyway. I need a new photo.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
First-time voters who register by mail or using online voter registration, if the ID is expired, the voter must also present one of the following. Yeah, utility bill, bank statement. I'll tell you what.
How do illegals vote then? Make it make sense to me.
I hear you.
This makes me so mad.
well, you're only assuming this is our state.
This is Tennessee, yeah.
Okay, that is not the rest of the states in the country, and that's what nobody's ever really brought up Tennessee voting as being
Right.
like there's never been a lot of claims of fraud or again, when I went down there, I felt pretty secure. Like, okay, like you, I'm like,
Yeah.
how could somebody possibly? And I mean, with a fake ID, maybe that's really, really like James Bourne good, maybe.
Like the one I had at 16.
you know,
Don't worry, Dad. Statute of limitations is up.
In Kentucky, though, check this out. They're finding these ballots with this black little dot. Okay?
Okay.
Dead center on the bottom for Kamala Harris.
What do you mean?
Take a look at this. Let me show you this thing. This is Kentucky, our neighbors to the north, which, by the way, is going red. I truly believe that.
Morning, Billy.
Oh, what's up, Billy Toombs? But look at this, okay? Let me scroll down here. I'm going to show you this video in a minute. But yeah, weird ballot shenanigans happening in Kentucky. If your ballot has any marking in any other boxes, make sure to ask for a new ballot, or it could potentially be deemed inadmissible.
This is new.
Do you see this little dot dead
Yeah,
center?
like, oh, it's just a little typo.
Right.
No, it
If
ain't.
you
now
see
it brings
this-
into question.
Right.
Jiminy Christmas.
How weird.
Like, it's not like, oh, it's over here. It's dead center on the bottom.
Now, interestingly enough, you would think it would be on the Donald Trump one to make it invalid, right? In
Well,
the world we live in.
No, if it's
Well,
just
they can say, well, no,
they think they're
chose
voting
her.
for Trump, but if this gets put in with the Trump check or filled in, well, it's now invalid. I'm sorry, your vote doesn't count.
That's crazy.
Right. That's
Wow.
why they would put it in a Kamala one
That
in a
makes
state like
sense.
Kentucky, who
Wow.
has a Democrat governor, by the way, Bashir.
That's very odd.
I'll tell you what, though, in Tennessee, and Tennessee's going red. It pretty much
Oh,
is.
I feel pretty sure of that.
Local elections, we're going to get into that. It's going to be a little bit dicier, but this team that Trump has surrounded himself with of independents is the reason why. Here,
What will
take a look at this.
we do with this moment?
Look at the cast of characters.
How will we be remembered? Look at the opportunities before us.
This election really isn't about the left.
Here, I'm going to pause it so we can buffer it a little bit. But this was dropped by
it's
Nicole
Tulsi.
Shanahan, who was the VP candidate for Robert F. Kennedy when he was running. And they put this together, and this campaign ad is fantastic.
What will we do with this moment? How will we be remembered? Look at the opportunities before us.
This election really isn't about the left versus the right. It's about we the people choosing our government and the choice between freedom versus tyranny.
Yeah.
Nobody has a chronic disease burden like we have. Why are we allowing this to happen to our children? Ultimately, the only thing that will save our country is if we choose to love our kids more than we hate each other.
What is going on here is
That's her.
deeper than politics. It is deeply spiritual. We are being called
that?
to rise
That's her,
above
the
the
VP
hatred
candidate
and
for
the
Kennedy?
fear and the evil.
We need to remember above and beyond that we must love our neighbors, that we must treat other people as we hope to be treated.
You want to be a rebel? You want to be a hippie? You want to stick it to the man? Show up on your college campus and try calling yourself a conservative.
America is going to reach heights that it has never seen before. The future is going to be amazing!
Yeah, it's just an amazing cast of characters, leaders, I should say, from all walks of life and all different parties. So if the Republicans do walk away with it this year, I do think it's because it's the actual party of diversity,
It
of
really
ideas.
is.
Yeah,
it really
really
is.
is.
I believe it is. I mean, it's, and in today, it's, have you noticed, it's the most, oh, God, I hate it so much. They all get on there and they never say what they're about. They just say, well, at least I'm better than this guy.
Right. They don't talk
Yeah,
about
they're just like,
anything
this
but their
person is
opponent.
blah, 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 blah. Vote for me. What?
I
You
wanna
haven't said
know about
crap about
you.
you.
Yeah.
Because the only other thing I hear about you is the other person going, blah, 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 blah. Vote for me.
What's up, Joe Corners?
What the hell do any of them stand for? We know what Trump stands for. He's actually been in office.
And
it's
so
not
has
just
Kamala.
theory.
And Trump on Rogan was fantastic. I don't know if you
I
guys saw that.
loved
I haven't seen
him
that
on
yet. I
Rogan.
need to see that.
Oh,
I watched
3
it a couple
hours.
of times.
Yeah.
And the Donald at 3 hours, he's like, we got to do this again, but I got to go. I got to rally. And then J.D. Vance was just on Rogan.
I didn't know that.
It was even better than Trump.
Really? I've got to watch that.
J.D. Vance.
That guy's do you
love
remember
him.
when Trump brought him on? He said,
Yeah.
"You're going to be doing this a long time."
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think he is. He's going
I
to
like
be
him
our.
a lot.
And I wanted Tulsi as the VP
I
candidate.
like her a lot. I
Me,
met
me
her in
too. I
Hawaii
think I
when I was
wanted her for
stationed
the
over
wrong
there.
reasons, though, on the ticket.
Nah.
You know what I mean? She's pretty and everything. And she's great. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad she's part of this team.
Well, but I mean, she was a solid Democrat in Hawaii when I was
Absolutely.
when I was stationed over there and met her. But she was what we used to call like a Southern Democrat, like that middle. They're mostly conservative, but they're in the Democratic Party because that's kind of where you can win in that state. You are not going to win as a Republican in Hawaii,
No.
right?
Yeah, Quintus is right. Rogan did a great job having Trump answer those questions. It was a
Absolutely.
great conversation. It really was.
Well, that was what I loved about it, was that it wasn't a scripted thing. It
Yes.
was just a general conversation between two guys shooting the shit.
Right, right.
You got to see what he was really like.
Here's Tulsi Padula, a Gabbard.
We got 48 hours to go. Our founding
My bad. Sorry, Tulsi, whoever you're married to. Probably has a weak handshake, but whatever.
fathers were very intentional in the words that they put in our founding documents. When they wrote that preamble to the Constitution, they said, "We, the people." That is a call to action, my friends. They reminded us that our government only exists with the consent of the governed.
I like her voice also.
Yes.
Like Hillary, Kamala, when they do speeches,
Oh, I can't take it.
it's painful,
It really, truly is painful.
especially when they start yelling and screaming.
Just as soon as they open their mouth at all, like,
Hillary sounds. Ever see that movie Mars Attacks?
I have
Have you ever seen where they do the comparison of lib women and conservative women?
Uh-huh.
And I mean, it being a liberal is hard on the body. Hard on the body.
I dated one for a while though.
I mean, because they.
I remember.
Yeah, she oh boy. But
Really?
I think she's coming around maybe one day. But did she get me good?
I'm just saying they don't age well.
Yo, they killed the squirrel in New York.
What?
Oh,
what's
did you not
going
hear
on?
about this?
No, but it's going to make me sad.
Oh, this is terrible. And the Dems are getting heat for this. So in New York, the state of New York, okay, there's this squirrel, okay, a rescue squirrel,
I love him.
and this guy took him in and started a whole rescue animal organization, nonprofit, based around this squirrel that he saved.
He's so cute.
Yeah, isn't he?
I love
yeah,
him.
his name's Peanut.
Aw.
Yeah, Peanut the squirrel.
They killed him?
Well, they euthanized him.
Why?
The state of New York.
Why would they do that?
They raided this guy's house with cops with guns, went to this guy's house because allegedly there's an Instagram person who got jealous that this squirrel had more followers than her.
You can't be serious.
I am absolutely allegedly serious.
I can't tell if this is a joke or not because it's that dumb. Are you serious?
Look at this. Watch this guy. And this guy, you know.
Aw.
Look, he eats Legos or Eggos, sorry. Just hangs around them.
Aw.
My cat Simba's like that.
Right?
He chases me all over the place.
Then they also killed Fred the raccoon that they had also. They had a baby raccoon in there too.
That's terrible.
So yeah, so this squirrel goes viral. So many followers. And then here's the guy speaking about what happened.
We just learned that they have euthanized
The state of New York.
Peanut.
And the raccoon.
But rapists are released, you know,
Exactly.
that's fine.
Right, right. You know, how about all the rats in New York City? Why don't you euthanize those things? Why'd you
Yeah.
go to this guy's house and have to kill this squirrel that was just fine?
His pet.
Because there was a law that wildlife.
And the raccoon.
They can't have this wildlife as a pet.
As well.
Well, he did it as a rescue, so he should have been covered.
You would think. But yeah.
That's so sad. That breaks
Come on,
my heart.
Twitter. With your buffering. But yeah, it's crazy. Peanut the squirrel.
That's really sad. I knew it was going to make me feel bad.
Oh, yeah, they were stopping the San Francisco 49ers. Were trying to get into the game wearing MAGA hats. They wouldn't let them in.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Nothing like freedom, huh?
Mm-hmm. Here's some decent news. Supreme Court ruled 6-3 to allow Virginia to purge non-citizens from voter rolls. I want to know why the 3 said it's okay to have illegal immigrants on voter rolls.
Well, I've been asking that for years.
Right.
I've got a question for you. You might know the answer to.
Maybe.
Kamala Harris was not in the primaries.
No, she
So
wasn't.
how was she on the ballot?
Because they decided to, and Dar, I'm sure you understand as well.
She was on the ticket.
They
and on the
chose.
top of the ticket.
But don't they
stepped
have
away.
to go through the primaries?
No,
Well,
they don't have to. It's
no,
their party.
Their
They do what they
party
want to.
decides who is.
Yeah.
And if somebody would have came up and challenged the Democratic Party has to, elect. The delegates go to the. And so
if they
she
can do
personally
that,
wasn't. I mean, I don't understand enough of the Democratic Party's rules and regulations to speak, with any informed knowledge, but it's
so it's not a legal requirement to go through the primaries.
Mm-mm.
Okay, then what's the point?
John Doe, good question. What about the rats in our government? So, yeah.
John Doe wins.
No, primaries are for the parties. They're for the people to look at both candidates and go, now, but somebody can step in and at the Democratic convention or the Republican convention for that matter, either one of them, and they can go, you know what, we're done with this guy. We're voting in Joe. And all the delegates vote for Joe to now be the party's, leader or whatever, and that's now the person you get to vote for.
Yeah, John Doe, great point. Then why even have a primaries?
Right.
Don't let Kamala Harris fool
agree.
you. Harris not only supports taxing service workers' tips, news reports confirm Biden and Harris have weaponized the IRS to confiscate your tip money. Harris and Biden have literally unleashed the IRS to harass.
No kidding.
80,000 IRS agents hired under Biden-Harris. 80,000.
Don't even get me started on the IRS. I could go on for hours.
And it's funny. Trump goes, he was in a rally in Nevada, and he goes, and listen to this, no tax on tips, okay? Enough of the tax on tips. And then about a couple days later, Kamala goes, and no tax on tips.
Yeah, I saw that.
And yeah.
Completely my idea.
Yeah. All my idea.
Yeah, crazy. But hey, she has a
remember
chance of winning this.
What was it? It was Kevin Costner, and he was the swing vote. Yes, that was the name of it, swing vote. It came down to literally, it was just.
It was a movie?
Yeah, it was a movie. Remember, it was Kevin Costner and his
seen this
little
one.
kid, and I mean, it's 15, 20 years ago, and it came down to the entire electorate came down to literally one vote. This one guy in America decided who's going to be president, right? And so now both presidents are just sucking up to him, right? And they both start like getting away from their, they say whatever they think he wants to hear and get away from who, and that's what they show which is what I see happening now.
That's
it's
what
a really
they all
good
do.
idea. Exactly.
Yeah. That's a good idea for a movie. I got to check that out.
I mean, and we have got to get more mature in our voting. Get away from, this stuff is fun to watch, but dig into a policy. Find out what is actually going on. Who gives 3 farts if you want to have a drink with the person who's the president? Probably you don't. I want them to be a tough.
I just want one-day voting. November 5th, paper ballots. I mean, everywhere else does it. They get it done. Each state does one-day
It
voting.
really isn't nothing.
November 5th becomes a national holiday.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah,
or
I'm down with
I'm
that.
sorry, not November 5th, but whatever
day, yeah.
But yes, the first Tuesday of the month of November for that
Yep,
election
John Doe.
year.
Yep. That's what I was talking about, John Doe. It's the one with Kevin Costner. It's called Swing Vote, I
I'll
think
check
is
that
the
out.
name
Swing
of it.
Vote.
Yeah.
Okay.
John
And,
Doe's
and
saying
of course, he's just this, dude has been fired from every job he's ever had. He's not like this, erudite guy with an informed opinion on anything other. Well, I like Burger King over McDonald's, and so the next thing you hear is he's, president's eating Burger King on their.
That's funny.
I'll tell you what, the Donald going to McDonald's, and
That was great.
That was pretty good. The garbage man was pretty good too.
I didn't know he came in on a garbage truck.
Yeah.
That's the funniest thing ever.
How do you like my garbage truck?
Well, but it's well known that Donald actually eats a lot of McDonald's. That's like his favorite meal is the Whopper and fries.
Like when he had that, I think was it the World Series or Super Bowl champs that came in to visit the White House, and he goes, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
Get him McDonald's, get him the Mickey D's, quarter pounder.
What was that? It was the spy movie where everybody's head blew off. It was the English dudes.
The gentleman.
The Kingsman.
Yeah,
The
Kingsman.
Kingsman.
That's it.
Right, and remember the crazy billionaire played by
I haven't seen that movie.
oh
Those
my
movies
gosh,
in a
he
while.
cusses all
It was
the
a
time.
good
He's
series.
well known for
Here,
not
take-
Denzel. Anyways, all he eats is McDonald's.
Mickey
And
D's.
they come to these big and then they deliver McDonald's on silver platters and
That's
stuff.
funny.
Anyways, I thought it was.
Check out this video.
I want to know how you can vote.
We can't answer the door right now, but if you'd like to leave a message,
She literally did
You can
not
do
go
it
to
now.
their house.
Painful. Are you the one that walks by here and always screaming at people? No, I haven't walked by recently. Okay, because a lot of people walk by and scream. Yeah, I'm not surprised. You are voting for the devil. Don't you know that?
Wow. They're all. You can always tell. You can always tell
Every time.
a Harris voter. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Listen,
It's true.
I don't care who you vote for. I still love you nonetheless. But I know who you are when I see you. Either one, you're wearing a mask, okay, in Kroger,
Or
all right?
alone in your car.
or you're coming, or you're coming up to somebody's house like this. Like this is.
No.
That is so rude.
Why are you voting for him? Because I believe he is a moral candidate. Oh, my God. F you for that one. That's
Immoral.
That's how your side acts.
The tolerant left.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's wild.
That
Where
is
was
crazy.
this? Do you know?
Moral? That's how your
This is at Dar's house, actually.
Oh, my God. He's the most immoral person around. In your opinion. That's
When have you met him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Have a nice day. Have a nice day.
Oh my God.
And it's not like that for
I thought
us
that
on
was
the other side.
inclusive, and I mean, you got one person saying "Have a nice day" and another person saying "F you." How does God's word say this? And you shall know them by their fruit. Don't listen to what they say. Listen to an apple tree that calls itself a pear tree.
Here's
and
the
you
thing.
pull off apples. It ain't a pear tree.
Right.
No.
That's crazy, though, to go to somebody's house like that in today's day and age.
Their problem, okay, is their God is government.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well said.
And boy, that's not who you want to pray to.
That's bad.
Let's see, what else do we got on here before we move on?
What John Doe say? He said there is
another-
the IRS should be auditing
Yeah.
the U.S. government. Well, that's the initial income tax. They were supposed to give us an itemized receipt of everything our money went to, and we were supposed to have our income tax taken out. I can't remember the last time I got an itemized receipt, so that's a good point.
The team that Elon Musk and now Ron Paul is now on Team Trump, and the Government Efficiency Agency, this organization that will audit all of the government programs.
Interesting. That's great.
And I know, but if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Let that autistic brain just go in there, okay, and just
Wreak
see
havoc.
things that we don't see or people refuse to see. Because $6 trillion.
Oh, okay. So they're going to
know.
go in there and kind of thin the government. I thought you were
Absolutely.
saying the government was going to
no.
come out here and talk about efficiency.
no.
Like, really? The government's going to tell us about efficiency?
No.
Elon Musk makes a team, okay, and goes into all these organizations, whether it's education, Department of Education, Department of Security.
He's the Bobs.
Oh, yes, exactly.
He's the Bobs.
From Office
We
Space.
don't actually
Right.
do what we. Yeah, he's the Bobs. I got you.
That's a great thing, though. I love it.
Yeah.
Needed to happen a long time ago.
So
And certain things need to go away.
vote Trump, and if you haven't voted yet, I'll be going out there tomorrow. I like Election Day voting. I like to go early.
Did too.
I love the fact that people did vote early in massive numbers. But yeah, there you go, election 2024.
Yeah.
Tennessee.
You know, you hear though. This morning we're like massive, 60%. I'm like, they're like, wow. I'm still disgusted with 60%. How is it not 90 or 100?
I know.
I mean, I get it ain't ever going to be 100. How is it not at least 90?
Well,
How is,
another thing
like I
also-
had to keep my company 85% air assault qualified.
Yeah,
You
but
know, why
with
can't
those,
a county have like a requirement to say, hey, 85% of your people have to vote, or you lose your county's?
well,
I
a
don't know,
lot of
there's
those
gotta be
times
something, you know what I mean?
it's 60% of the population, but that you got a massive part of that population that's not able to vote. Whether they're not of age, whether they're a felon.
Yeah.
They don't tell you about that part too. So I hear you when they say the number. It is disgusting.
Well, but of eligible voters.
Yes.
It's the number of eligible voters that I'm talking about. It's not 60% of the population.
Right,
It's
but
of
they don't put that
eligible
out.
voters.
They
I
don't
think
put
a
that
lot of
out.
people feel like their vote doesn't really count.
That's exactly what
every
happens.
vote counts, especially.
But
They
they
think
do.
that
it's a lie.
No,
You
here's
know
the
what
thing.
I'm saying? They think like, okay, they're going to steal it anyway, or whatever they think, but they think it
Here's
doesn't
why.
matter.
Too big to rig. Okay,
Right.
what you need, okay, if you want things to get back on track to a normal, effective America,
Not peaceful,
is a
but normal.
is a not only just an electoral college victory, but a national population
Yeah.
victory. If
can't-
that
you
happens,
can't
If the
argue
national
it.
population was so gigantic that it showed the electoral was crap if it went the other way,
Mm-hmm.
There's something to go, well, these electoral... Because here's the other thing about that. Are you familiar with electoral college? Like,
Yeah, I
they do
hate
not
it.
have to vote the way
Mm-hmm.
that they're... Like, 100 of us tell Joe Schmo, our delegate, to vote for, X candidate. He can say, yeah, Roger, and then get there and vote for Y candidate.
could happen. Could happen.
I think the electoral college.
It generally
I get what it was
doesn't,
originally
but it
for,
can.
but I
Electoral
just think
college
it's
is brilliant.
stupid.
No, it
No,
is
it's
You don't
brilliant.
think it's stupid? I
Absolutely.
think like
No.
the popular vote should matter more.
No, mob rules is never the way to go.
Why?
Electoral
Because
college.
it changes so constantly with the wind.
Because then you'd only go to California, Chicago, and New York to campaign.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
I didn't think about that, yeah.
And everybody else in between doesn't matter.
But it adds up all those votes, right?
Well, again, you do have a popular vote that goes towards the electoral college. The amount of whoever gets the most votes in Montgomery County,
Mm-hmm.
okay, those popular
Delegates.
votes go to the states, okay, and all the other counties. So you do have a popular vote in Tennessee. Those get turned into, representative votes, electoral college votes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it does give us a chance. Yeah. So there is a popular vote. But I do this brilliant system of the electoral college, genius. I mean,
Founding
how did-
fathers,
How,
man,
how did they do this?
I hadn't thought about it like that. You wouldn't campaign
22-year-olds,
anywhere else.
25-year-olds.
Well, they were actually informed and educated and sought the education and that was a time of enlightenment. We got to remember that.
Check this out: election stress affecting 69% of adults. Nashville psychiatrist offers advice. I can't wait to hear this advice.
Oh no.
Here's WZTV, Fox 17.
And as we inch closer and closer to election night, some say the future of our nation is impacting their mental health across the country.
All right, so to take a closer look at that
John
angle
Bell, check
on
that
this
out.
upcoming election, Fox 17 News reporter Madeline Nolan joining us live from the state capitol.
She looks beautiful with that wind blowing in her hair.
Hey, good morning, and that is right. 69% of adults say that this election is a top cause of stress in their lives right now, and that is according to the
Let me tell you about those 69% of people. Relax, okay? I get it. Talk to Jesus. Talk to Jesus.
American Psychological Association. Now, not knowing what is going to happen can often lead to anxiety, and that mixed with what's currently happening overseas as well as in our country just adds on to it. Dr. Joseph Sharp, a psychiatrist right here in Nashville, says that they've seen an uptick in mental health issues, especially with those who are worrying about this election, and it only gets worse for those who are constantly surrounding themselves by others' opinions.
Limiting screen time and limiting time on your phone or the television, because a lot of that.
If there was somebody to play this man in a movie, it'd be Rick Moranis, wouldn't it?
I don't know who that is.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
He was also in Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
Hey, who brought the dog? Yeah.
Will just increase your level of anxiety. And at this stage of the game,
What's up,
none
Robert?
of it's going to change your mind. All it's going to do is make you more anxious.
Now, Dr. Sharp believes that setting boundaries when it comes to social
Yeah,
media.
so, Robert, on your questions on the Electoral College again.
Yeah, I feel that way too.
Again, it would eliminate everybody in between. If you just go on popular vote, okay, then these people who are running for office would just campaign in cities. And the only ones that would be promised things are cities. And cities would be better, and everyone else in an urban area, a suburban area, rural area, would just be neglected. It really was amazing chess playing that these founding fathers said, hey, we do have these cities, we got Boston, okay, we got Richmond, Virginia, we do got this growing New York City here, and what about our farmers? They need representation.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate you saying that because I've never really understood it. Like Robert, I've always thought the Electoral College is the dumbest thing ever, but when you explain it like that, it actually makes quite a bit of sense.
It's just representing people that need representation.
I had not thought about that.
Yeah. Well, don't have election anxiety either, okay?
And eliminate screen time anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
Not just during the election.
But hey, go out and vote if you haven't already. Tomorrow's a big day.
Remember, though, both candidates are playing on your anxiety.
Yeah.
Right? They're playing on your anxiety. So don't fall for it. Look at policies. Be a more mature voter. Look at policies. Look at things. Stop looking at the people and the rhetoric and because all they do is slam each other. Look at what they actually do, and then make your decision there.
Yeah. But get out and vote.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get out and vote.
Dar, do you remember the 1984 election? I was too young, but
How old were you?
I was 4 years old at the time.
Oh, Reagan.
Aw, you were little. I was
Rushed
7.
Mondale. Yeah, I think he only didn't win.
One state,
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Wow.
Yeah, Minnesota. Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, look at this.
And what Minnesota, Mondale's home state?
Yep, and that was Mondale
that was
State, right?
Mondale's home state. I mean, and it was not going that way because in his first debate he had he
old
stumbled
man moment.
and had a kind of a Biden moment, and but then he came back in the next one and just crushed him. And what they did was they were trying to make him a numbers guy and all that, and he wasn't. He's an orator of thought and theory, and that's where he was great. And when he came back and did that, he.
Mr. President, do you think age is a factor in this election?
No, I don't. I'm not going to make my opponent's lack of experience and youth an issue.
That's right.
That's so funny.
That was a great comeback. So,
He's funny.
We'll see how it goes.
Well, there you go.
We had a trick-or-treater come to the door dressed as Trump, and he nailed it. And we literally said, me and Caleb both said, oh, if Joe heard that, that was perfect.
Was it good?
He was great. He was like 15, but he sounded like a man. So it was perfect, yeah.
Let's see. The most accurate polls from 2016 and 2020 was Atlas. Let's see how they're looking now. Okay, the latest from Atlas Intel, the most accurate pollster of 2020.
Is this like the early voting, like where are we?
So they got Arizona for Trump up 6.5, Nevada, Trump 5.5, North Carolina, Trump 3.4, Georgia, Trump 2.5, Pennsylvania, Trump 1.8, Michigan, Trump 1.5, Wisconsin, Trump.
Can I ask a dumb question?
Yeah.
When they say like up 6.5, like what is 6.5 on a scale of what is that?
6 is pretty good.
Like,
6.5. The margin of error is 3%.
Yeah,
Okay.
That 6 is
So
pretty good.
6, that's like a solid lead. 1.5 is a margin of error. When they say it's in the margin of error, it's plus or minus 3% on either side.
Thank you.
So if we go with
Me and
this,
math aren't friends.
okay, 270 to win is this interactive map that you get to play around with, where you put in the states. Like here we go. Okay. So they said.
I agree she needs to be fired.
So if that's the case, according to these numbers here, if Trump takes these battleground states, okay, let's say Virginia goes blue, even though that's a toss-up now. That's crazy. Okay. They had Pennsylvania for Trump. Okay, say that is the case. It could be a Trump victory, 323 to 215, where it's 270 you need to actually win. That could be the scenario. I don't know. There's still shenanigans. I mean, Kentucky, they're friggin' putting dots on ballots.
God.
You know what I mean?
White out, people. If you live in
Well, I
Kentucky.
mean, so if anybody
for a new
thinks that the
ballot.
election is going to be decided tomorrow night, I don't think so. I mean, they'll come out and I think they'll post a winner either that night or the next day or whatever. But then the legal challenges start.
My
and then
concern
the
is Pennsylvania and Arizona. You know, the shenanigans they pulled last time. You know, with, hey, we found 200,000 votes at 2 in the
was
morning.
so
Yeah.
stupid.
Oh, really? Oh,
I've
you-
never
really?
seen anything like that in my life.
And
where they
98%
stopped
of those
counting.
ballots went for one
it's-
candidate?
And that's the other thing. Even
Really?
after the
Really?
vote, the actual certified election results are 2 weeks out.
Right.
Yeah, it's very stressful for that
But
point.
again, November 5th, or that first Tuesday in November for an election year, that's a federal holiday. Paper ballots done that night. The voting ends at 9. Counting done by 9:30, 10 o'clock, the latest.
It used to be that way.
It
And you
used
were
to
no-
be
You
that
knew
way.
at 10
Dark.
o'clock that night we were able to
Yeah.
get it done. And with all the
What's up,
automation and
producer
everything,
Chris?
it should be better, and it's worse. That just doesn't make. I mean, other than there's just the obvious answers. But
Right.
Yeah, John Doe says one news station has Harris leading, while other news stations has Trump leading. Yeah, listen, I
Well,
guess
they all thought
And this is
Clinton was
why-
going to win.
they're just polls. You know what I mean?
Well, this
Remember
goes back.
Clinton, though?
Yeah.
They all
Go-
said,
go
she's
back
got
to
it, she's got
Truman.
it. No, she didn't.
Truman is famous for holding up a paper that
Dewey.
they printed that said
Yeah.
Dewey wins.
yeah. Dewey
When
Dewey
he
defeats
didn't,
Truman, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, I don't like the predictions. I mean, I know we're all glued to it, but I think a lot of people
They're
go,
very-
well, our state's already went red, so I don't need to go vote.
That's a good point, too.
He's already leading, or
Some
it's going to be
people
fine.
put
I
their
don't
money
know.
where their mouth is. They have these betting markets.
Yeah.
Okay, where we can vote on who's going to win.
Did you do it?
Goodness.
All right. I have not. I have not put money on this, but let's see.
It's like a fight. It's funny.
presidential.
We're going to have Jamie Foxx promote it.
Oh yeah, he does all those
The Game
online
King or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Those commercials are so dumb too.
Oh, yeah.
I love Jamie Foxx. He is hysterical.
Oh, I
think he's
agree.
funny as
I
crap.
agree.
All these seats up here, really?
He is funny.
All right. Which party won the presidency? Oh, I want the candidates. Yeah, I don't do much betting.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't do much betting.
The only time we ever bet was on the Super Bowl because my mother, for 42 years straight, no matter who she chose, they lost. So people would say, who does your mom have? Like my cousins. And then they would bet for the other team and make bank. And so we tested it. We said, Mom, you have to root for Tom Brady because it's got to be in your heart because he never loses. So we know if he loses, it's truly you. And he lost.
But they played the Giants and lost.
And he
It's
lost.
truly
Yeah, that's
And
right.
she was like, oh, it is me. And then like the sport curse was broken and COVID happened. So yeah, that was my mom too.
Oh, the poor
Yeah.
squirrel.
Oh, it's cute.
Well, he's dead now.
I can't with that. That's so sad.
That's nuts.
Oh, the Yankees. Yeah, they killed me. That fifth inning. Oh my dear God. We just gave the game away. Like Little League looked better than that. That sucked.
Let's
are
go
the
Mets.
Yankees?
Yeah, let's go Mets.
I knew you were happy.
What did the Yankees do?
I wasn't happy. The Dodgers was a good team.
They deserved it.
I guess
they
so.
deserved the win. They played good.
I know who the Dodgers are. Who are the Yankees? Are they a team?
They're a bully. They're a bully in New York. Over there, the bullies of the Bronx.
The bullies of the Bronx.
Tennessee school voucher debate.
Again?
State lawmakers and school boards have gone back and forth about the issues involving school vouchers for quite some time now. That is when you can use public money to send students to private schools. It's something that state lawmakers have talked about for several months now, but they actually never passed it. Well, members of the Williamson County School Board voted against it and to ask the state not to pass such a plan. Well, since
I
then,
like
there's
school
been
choice.
an
I
election.
do too.
Brand new
Me too.
members of the school board have come on, and they wanted to talk about it yet again. Now, you're about to hear from a school board member named Eric Welsh. He was not in favor of vouchers back then, and he is not in favor of them right now.
So he's not grown at all.
Are you going to bring on someone that is in favor for them to talk about this too? Fox 17? Interesting.
The vote was split, and then it was held open by a legislator who's now in prison, who promised promotions in order to flip people.
Mr. Welch, can you speak to the actual resolution?
I'm speaking
please?
to the resolution. Please don't interrupt me again, Mr. Chair.
Excuse me.
This guy's a dick. What a dick this guy is, Eric Welch.
But give the guy a chance to talk
Yeah.
and don't interrupt him. It is his moment.
Let's see what he says.
I'm speaking.
I am the chair.
I know you're the chair.
And
Please
I'm
don't
asking,
interrupt me.
I'm asking you to speak to the
I
actual
am speaking
resolution
to
that's
the
on
resolution on the
Okay.
floor.
Okay. Bringing up comments made by public officials for
Quoting.
the purpose of criticizing them is
I'm
out of order.
quoting the official.
Is out of order.
Am I not quoting the official
You
accurately?
are for the purpose
Thank
of
you.
criticizing them. Am I
The
asked
third
again?
one.
Mr. Welch, I'm going to turn the microphone off if you don't proceed to a specific
That'll be your choice.
point.
Well, state lawmakers are expected to bring this issue yet again coming up in January when they return to session.
So, yeah.
Well, state lawmakers in school.
See what happens in January. Do you guys know what PragerU is?
Oh, yeah. I
Dennis
love
Prager.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
I love Dennis Prager.
Yeah. Really great channel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know it.
Informative. Here, take a look. What's up?
Go ahead. I had a. I really pride myself. I've met several, famous people over the years, and have never had fanboy moments.
Who was your fanboy moment with?
And I can't think of her name right now, but she was
The teacher at Vanderbilt?
Yes.
Carolyn.
Yes.
Yep, Carolyn.
The real history of the Democratic Party.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
so I'm at
Caroline
the State
Swain.
House a year or two. Yes, Carolyn Swain.
Yeah.
And she's there. I went total fanboy. I was
Yeah.
You're so awesome. Oh my gosh.
Can I
just love
touch you?
everything you do.
Can I
Oh my
touch you?
God. And I knew it, and I couldn't stop it.
She was
Did you
great.
like shake her hand and
She's
not wash
great.
your hand for
I
a
took a
month?
picture with her.
Yeah.
I did everything I swore I'd never do. And she's not like famous like some of the other
It's a great
people.
video, too.
But for me, I was like, because I love her mind.
Yeah.
And she's just like, yeah,
And they make
she's
it simple.
fabulous. Oh,
They
she's
make it simple.
wonderful.
Here, take a look at this.
PragerU.
According to a 2022 Real Clear Politics poll, 72% of Americans support school choice, the ability of parents to choose the school that best fits their children's needs. 82% of Republicans, 68% of Democrats, and 67% of independents. Given how divided Americans are over almost everything, that's about as bipartisan as it gets. And given that politicians read the polls, school choice should be a slam dunk, right? Well, let's take a look at Texas. You can't get much more conservative than the Lone Star State. So you'd think it would have a very robust school choice
Unless you dump illegals in there. Oh, sorry.
program. But you'd be wrong. In Texas, public education doesn't look all that different from progressive California or New York. And it shares equally embarrassing educational test results. According to the National Assessment of Educational Progress, 75% of Texas 8th graders are not proficient in reading and math. The state's own assessments are just as grim. 60% of students cannot do math at grade level, and nearly 50% cannot read at grade level. This is a
Okay, but when you
Texas-sized
give
problem,
them Common
and it
Core
needs
math-
a Texas-sized solution.
Even
That
the parents
solution
can't do it.
is school choice. So what's the problem? Why isn't it a slam dunk? Why is a state that has led on such cutting-edge initiatives as medical liability and tort reform fallen behind on a critical issue like education?
Okay.
Here's what those who oppose school choice will tell you. If you offer parents choice, the public schools will lose funding.
That's right.
Money needed for public schools, which must accept all students.
That's right, because when these public schools lose attendance, students,
$7,500 a year.
they lose money.
Per student.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, do better, school.
Exactly.
Free market economy.
Yeah, do better.
Let it shut, be bought by a private school that raises the standard and the money. Because public money is your money. It's not like the government has control over it, but you're letting them.
Right.
We need to tell them, get out and vote. Don't let your representative do it for you. I mean,
Like Antioch
get out
High
and vote.
School. I'm sorry. Nobody in that area wants to go to your high school.
Every decision you make when you purchase something is a value-based decision. Am I getting the most from it? And we're always ticked off when we don't, the Amazon reviews and anything else, right? Yet with school, you're okay with just continuing to dump money into a bad investment?
In Montgomery County alone.
And not all of the public schools are a bad investment. The ones but they have leadership. They're not all the same. I mean, it requires leaders.
The thing with the scores on the tests that they don't realize too, and I know this because I have a child that's in 5th grade, They have these
Barely.
benchmark assessments, barely, yeah.
Barely in
But
fifth grade.
they
I agree, John.
all
Doe.
these benchmark assessments that they do, like the state tests,
Uh-huh.
all the kids do terrible on them.
Uh-huh.
But they do great on the regular work because the tests are put together so poorly that even I was like, what is that even asking you? And I sent it to my nephew, who's a teacher, and he said, that is completely grammatically incorrect.
Well, here's another
But it's
issue, though.
Go ahead.
These teachers, when they don't have a standardized test to rely on,
Right,
okay?
they're not allowed to look at it.
Here you go. You guys get an A, okay? Oh, you passed the class. Well, they passed the class to the next level, and the kid can't read. You know, that's the big issue we're
But
dealing
these are
with.
all the symptoms. The reality of the public school is that you have a centralized government that's now saying, here's, like you said, Common Core, or at least the Department of Education saying everywhere the same, whereas public schools refine their curriculum to the area. You know, the parents are more involved in deciding what their kids are being educated on.
And that's
right
why they
now,
need to
you know,
abolish the
like I
Department
really
of
feel
Education.
like, because when I listen to my grandkids who are in public school, it sounds more like they're in indoctrination propaganda centers than in education centers. They talk way more about social subjects than math, science, reading.
And how about you have an American flag in there?
Right.
All students
Here,
will be
check this
siphoned
out.
off to competing charter schools or private schools or someplace else.
Yeah, I'm okay
But
with
this
that.
concern is misplaced. In states where school choice already has a long history, most parents do not leave their local school for another school. Why aren't they heading for the exits? Here's where it gets interesting and instructive. In states where parents have choice, public schools improve. When Florida first implemented their school choice program in 2002, they were ranked number 33 in the nation for educating low-income students.
Okay.
By 2019, they had risen to number 1 in the nation.
Wow.
Indiana similarly went from number 22 in the nation to number 3 with low-income students in the same period of time after implementing choice. All this improvement happened without parents abandoning their local schools.
Yeah, because
look at it this way.
Because they don't want to lose the students.
Yes.
Because
Step it up
once you
again.
have to perform for your local government, or your local, and by government I mean people, and
Right.
not the centralized government of the DOD, sorry, the Department of Education, DOE. All of a sudden your shift focuses, and now you do provide a product that is of value to the market you're in.
You're forced to step it up a notch.
You're forced to.
Forced to.
Parent doesn't want their local school to be a good school. Answer: 0.
That's right.
School
Exactly.
choice does not destroy public schools.
It
It makes
enhances.
them better.
Amen.
And of course, if a public school is already a good one with good outcomes, then students and parents won't want to use their choice option.
Yeah, they don't want to travel a
No.
far
Exactly.
distance to send their
They
kid to
don't.
school.
I
Right.
got to drive an
They
extra
just want the
hour.
one they have to be good.
Yes.
And if it ain't, get my kid out of there.
That's right.
Exactly.
Nothing will change.
How do you
But
get choice
if
in
a school-
college, but not with?
School
And
is
all the
fixed-
colleges are state and federal funded too. So
Boy,
anyways.
do they got a lot of money.
Man.
Failing and its
Talk
test
about indoctrination. the
No,
freaking
scores
in
are
fact,
fact.
poor
that is really
and they
become the
don't
can
make
cabinet.
improvements,
Mhm.
then parents
We
will
should-
have an option to go elsewhere. Just that consequence, just giving that power to the parents will push the failing schools to do better. That's what the data tells us. And if a school still can't cut the mustard, then and only then do parents look for an alternative. In short, the argument that school choice will drain money away from public schools has been proven false. People are starting.
Standardized testing has destroyed education in this country.
I think the teacher should take the test first, and if they don't pass, they get fired.
They actually had a bunch of teachers take the social studies TCAP, or maybe it was the RLA reading.
Yeah.
And I think 80% of them did not pass
Well,
the third grade one.
And it should be public. I think all these scores should be public.
starting to get it. In 2022, in a truly landmark piece of legislation, Arizona passed a school choice bill that gives parents an education scholarship account of anywhere from $7,000 per student to more than $30,000 for students with special needs. The money follows the student, not the school.
Exactly.
That's awesome that they actually put the money in balloons. And they get to carry it to the school. Like, here you go.
Here's
Here-
your balloon full of money.
Yes.
Just pop
Well,
it.
This
you
is
know.
from the taxpayers. Thank you.
Yeah. taxpayers, but
away
we don't
from
get to
public.
choose what we do with it.
Successes like these have accelerated the wave of new choice programs across the country. Iowa, Utah, and Arkansas have hopped on the school choice bandwagon in 2023. More states are poised to come on board.
Come on,
Texas
Tennessee.
has a great chance to be one of them.
Yeah, she's pushing it for Texas, but
If
she did
Texas-
a good job of laying it out there. Yeah.
She does.
Yeah,
And
pretty-
I agree
pretty-
with John Doe too. It should be pass-fail, and not like you get one shot at it. Pass-fail. It's okay. You didn't pass. Keep doing it. It's like you don't give your kid one shot to tie their shoes. Oh well, you failed at tying shoes, kid. You're done.
Should have
F
been
for
my
you.
dad. Right.
Right? No, you keep working with them until
Velcro.
they can tie their shoe, right?
Velcro.
You don't bring somebody in the military and go, okay, here's your one shot. We're not going to teach you how to use a weapon. Just go out there and qualify. Well, you suck, you're out.
Well, the No Child Left Behind
Right.
thing that they did here also was a disaster because if they didn't pass, they just pushed them to the next grade anyway.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, they would leave you back. You'd repeat the grade.
I worked for Western Governors University for a minute, and back in 2018, and it's online university, and it was all pass-fail. Best education system I ever saw. People actually came out with, because they could take the test 2 or 3 times, and if they could take the test at the beginning of the class and pass it, they just moved on to the next class. Because it was pass-fail, like he said. You can either do this task or you can't.
John Doe brings up a good point, too, about the homeschooling. Okay?
Yes.
And the rise of homeschool. And the test results, okay, the tests that you're talking about, okay, these TCAPs and everything. Well, how come the homeschoolers are doing extremely well when it comes to the passing and the tests?
Because they're spending their times with adults instead of being taught to the common denominator of the lowest common denominator in a class. When I talk with homeschooled kids, it's like having a discussion with an adult.
It's great.
And half of the time when you're in
Yeah.
a classroom, the teacher is sitting there wasting half of the time trying to discipline the kids and get them to calm down. So if you have a 30-minute class, now you've probably got a 15-minute class because kids are out of control and the schools and the teachers are not allowed to do anything about it.
Yeah.
So now half
classroom
the time
size,
is
all
just
that goes
being
into it.
spent sit down and
I feel if you homeschool your child or children, you should have some type of tax break.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because
or that money should follow you, just like it says. That money should go to the
Absolutely,
parent that
yes.
they can buy the things and take their kids out on stuff. And
Why
all that
doesn't
jazz.
it? That's a great point.
And here's the other reason. Is there anybody more invested in a child's education than their parent when the parent is doing it? They're giving them one-on-one. It's not education. It's tutorship.
Well,
That's
they have
a
these
different thing,
They have these
right?
homeschool communities, which
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
fantastic too.
They
Yes,
are great.
are.
You know, and I also believe that if you don't have a child in the school system, you should also get a tax break.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I have
agree completely.
nobody in the school system.
But you're paying for it.
You damn right I am.
Yeah.
And I don't want to.
No, you
Well,
shouldn't
that's
have to.
taxes in
I would
general.
rather give it to these homeschool communities.
Well, that's no
Yes.
different than income tax, right? We're sending trillions of dollars overseas when we have our veterans living under bridges. I don't want to send my money
No.
overseas.
So we have
Nor-
to vote, and that's the
That's
point,
right.
So all this comes down to you got to vote for the parties that are actually going to say, start voting for candidates who tell you what they're about instead of how bad the other person is. At least I'm not as bad as them.
That's right.
Right.
I'm not.
You
I'm
know,
not
that's
him.
basically their damn campaign platforms. I'm not great, but this guy really
It's
sucks.
just tearing the other person down.
If you had to vote for daylight saving time, what would you do? Yay or nay? Would you get rid of daylight saving time?
Absolutely.
And would you keep
It's
it
ridiculous.
daylight standard time? Right. Standard time is move ahead. Fall
Whichever one
behind
it
is now,
is.
which is daylight saving time. Move ahead is standard time.
Right.
So yeah, but I'm down to get rid of it.
I hate it.
Right?
It's depressing. It's 4:30 and it's getting dark, and I'm like, all right, well, we should get ready for
Yeah.
bed. And I'm like, why is it 5:30? I can't take it. It's very depressing. I hate it.
Well, if you're waking up with us
That's why
this
they have
morning,
sun
you may
lamps
feel
up
a
in
bit more
Alaska.
relaxed
I'm
than
gonna be a
normal.
whole
That's
sun
because at 2
lamp
this
ceiling in
morning,
my
our clocks
house.
set back from daylight saving time to standard
Here's
time,
WKRN.
giving us an extra hour of sleep. Jackson Pigeon has more from a state lawmaker on this controversial
John Dell, when I run
subject.
for mayor, I will do
Well,
that.
Allie, for years, some state lawmakers have worked to
Do you know
eliminate
what-
daylight saving time in Tennessee, but
What
have
a
yet to
landslide
prevent it.
I would win
Currently,
if that was my
Arizona and Hawaii
campaign.
are the only
Heck
If I could
yeah.
figure out how to pull that off.
Stick to standard time year-round.
Do it.
Some health experts argue that daylight saving time disrupts the body's natural day-to-night rhythms. Researchers with the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine say
I don't
the
sleep
shift
anyway,
in time
so
has been
it's-
associated with
who
increased heart
knows?
attacks, strokes, abnormal heart rhythms, sleep disruption, mood disturbances,
and even suicide.
I did notice an increase in my heartbeat though. And here's the thing: we don't even have to physically move the clocks back and forward. They automatically do it now, right?
Mhm.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, on your phone and
On the
stuff,
phone.
but
Which
the
is helpful.
machine,
Machine.
house with the analog crap.
Yeah.
It's helpful
The
though,
oven.
because of my oven, I still have to change it.
That's
so
right.
like, I think it's like
When State
12:30
Senator
in the
Heidi
afternoon
Campbell
right
learned
now.
that,
So I
she
still don't even know
sponsored
how
a
to do
bill
it.
to put an
My coffee machine. I think it's 2 p.m. right now. Somewhere.
Yeah.
Right.
I was stationed in Hawaii, and they didn't recognize daylight savings time.
Parts of
and
Arizona
I never,
also.
I was like,
And it
was
never bothered
awesome.
you.
It never bothered me. It was actually kind of great.
Right.
Just
See?
set your damn clock and go.
into daylight savings,
When it gets dark, it gets
meaning
dark.
an earlier sunset year-round as long as several neighboring states joined in. In the end, Tennessee lawmakers could not agree, so the bill did not pass.
Yeah. We almost passed it here.
I remember. I was so excited. And now it's still
really about
4:30 and
whether
it's
or not
dark.
you
So
eliminate it or make it permanent. The data clearly shows that the best thing to do for public health is to eliminate it completely.
Man, how bipartisan can this be? I'm agreeing with this Dem right
Everybody
here.
agrees on
Right.
it.
Everybody
This
agrees
is one
with
of
it,
those
but we
things.
still do it.
Well, because nobody gets a win out of it.
It's so Right. annoying.
The Democrat, except the people.
Right.
Right. The
Yeah.
Democrats or the
Let's switch
Republicans
to-
can't claim a win.
Look at this map. Blue is they observe daylight saving time. Red is they don't. They go whatever. Like here's Hawaii, like you said. Saying I don't. Whatever. Just the clock is what it is. Arizona, parts of Arizona, most of Arizona actually. And then you got Saskatchewan over here who's doing it, and then you got who's this Alberta right here, and they're like, yeah, we're not going to do it. It's weird.
You got to remember why it was started too. Like this was prior to electricity. This was
Right.
about saving
Farmers.
well
It's not
oil. Farmer, it was to
1749
get-
anymore.
Exactly. You now have these things called lights.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not 1715 like
Thanks, Thomas Alva Edison, for stealing some things from Tesla.
That's right.
Sorry. But yeah, it's just weird. Like, come on. Yeah. All right, next one. Let's see what we got. Yeah, make DST permanent. Right, Billy, right.
That's right.
Cheatham County Sheriff's Office performs surprise check-ins on sex offenders during trick-or-treating.
I love it. That's fantastic.
That's a treat for them, so we don't get tricked.
Oh, let's see what we got.
Halloween
Tracy
night.
Cornett.
Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Marius Payton.
And I'm Tracy Cornett. They've spent hours making sure local sex offenders stay away from trick-or-treaters.
They explained our
Here's the thing. You're not supposed to answer doors. If you're a registered sex offender, I only know this because of
Lights off.
the show, not because, But yeah, lights have to be off. You cannot give out any candy. You cannot have a party or host a party on Halloween. If you have somebody over your house, they cannot hand out candy.
Basically, your own house arrest kind of thing.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
kind of
pretty
are.
much.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't know that about the party. Like even an adult party in
good.
your
You
own
can't
home, you
host
can't
a
do
party.
It? Really?
Right.
Should be that way.
Dankwa, how they're working to prevent possible crimes through compliance checks.
Now, I think you're not supposed to answer the door also. So how awesome would it be if these guys knock on the door and then they go, oh, no, it's you.
They answer the door and get in trouble
Just
for
terrified
it.
they're gonna
Yeah.
show them some guy dressed up like a bunny or something.
Or this guy dressed up like a wiener. Look at this.
God.
Yeah, that costume's a real wiener.
Look at this
There
guy.
actually was a real wiener costume at the Halloween store. My son pointed out to me. That was pretty mortifying.
Like a penis costume?
Yes.
Mm.
I was like, really?
A costume and 3 short words.
That's just lazy. Okay.
That's pretty lazy.
That's lazy. I get it. It's tough times. You know what? I get it. It's tough
Hey.
times.
Oh, I didn't
3
know
short
that.
words.
John Doe
That's a,
said there
that's a
actually
Biden
has a
economy
sign.
Halloween costume.
Registered sex offenders
Supposed to have a sign on their door.
supposed to have a sign on the door.
I didn't know that.
I tried to go to the list, the map with the dots,
Yeah.
It's tough to find and navigate. I was hoping it was going to be easier.
Which one were you using? Do you remember?
Well, you go to, what's it called?
Is it U.S. Dog Watch?
Sex offender map. Maybe it's quicker now. Tennessee Sex Offender Registry. Oh, I'm not registering. No, back out. No.
I'm dead.
No. Oh, no. I hope I didn't click
Around
something.
on Halloween.
It's already got your IP address now.
Cheatham County deputies drove out to do a surprise check-in on sex offenders.
A sex offender compliance check
and the unincorporated areas of the county.
Lieutenant Brant Holt says this group of officers went door to door speaking with people on the county's registered sex offender list.
We're looking to make sure that there's nothing to entice a child to come up to the front porch, Halloween decorations, individuals dressed in costumes, people handing out
can't dress up.
They say it's a two-step process. After checking to make sure sex offenders weren't luring kids to their homes, officers patrolled neighborhoods to keep an eye on trick-or-treaters.
Safety and security is the biggest thing, that children should be able to go out safely and be able to get enjoy the Halloween season.
Lieutenant Holt says all the
Yeah, they should put a type of neon sign that blinks and has audio. Kid toucher, kid toucher, kid toucher.
Stay away.
Yeah.
Kid toucher.
Kid toucher, yeah.
There's that damn voice.
Yeah.
first time they're doing.
Pedo at home.
She could totally be like the Star Trek computer voice.
Oh, yeah.
Pedo, answering door now.
Yeah, pedo
These Halloween check-ins, it won't be their last. For WSMV4, I'm Sharon Dankwa.
No, John, nobody's knocking on my door today, okay?
Yeah, it's just Halloween. You can't answer the door, Joe.
Yeah, no, I'm not on this list, right?
No, he's saying after you clicked on the thing.
Right,
I
yeah.
am getting out of that site, whatever
I
that
was about to confirm.
I
yes.
do not want nothing. Oh,
That's so bad.
boy.
Yeah, explain that one.
Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and good luck looking for that map. Hey,
Deer mating
yeah.
season.
That's
Wait,
right.
what?
Yep. The deers are getting it on.
And the drivers are screwed.
Yeah,
Literally.
It's true. I mean, look at this. Check this out. Be careful out there.
Wrong. Fall is an active season for deer, and
Look at
that
this
can mean trouble
necklace.
on the
She looks
roads.
great,
First Alert
though.
meteorologist Cruz Medina back with us here. So, Cruz, tell us what you have found out, because I was just sharing.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
just
They have
saw
the
one
light
go
off.
right across White
Not
Bridge
a
Road,
custom.
driving in at night
Can't
one
have a
day to
party.
work.
Yeah,
Nope.
it's a busy time of the year
Can't be where
for the
kids
deer,
are.
so it's tied to daylight saving time that ends this weekend, by the way. And as humans, we're not the only one affected by it getting darker early. So this is a
Oh, the deer observe daylight saving time too? That's
they
amazing.
mate more, I guess. It's nighttime. It's
That's
time for them to
amazing.
get it on.
They're like, oh, this daylight saving time. We better do this.
busy time for deer because it's prime mating season, and with more deer out and about, the odds of deer-related crashes are increasing. Each year, there are thousands of them in Tennessee,
They are
according
beautiful,
to the
though, aren't
Tennessee
they?
Highway
I love
Patrol.
them.
Deer mating season lasts from October through December, but statistics show November
Very
is the
horny
worst
this
month
time
for
of year.
crashes.
Yeah, very horny.
Deer are crepuscular, meaning they're
Took
most
me a
active at
second.
dawn and dusk, which are both busy travel times when it's dark.
I love
got little
I love
legs.
them. They're so cute. Look at his little tail.
He's got little legs in the back here. Is he all right?
No, those guys they can leap over cars. No kidding. They're
Is that a
strong.
midget deer?
No, that is not a midget deer.
Oh.
It's a decent sized
and hard to
2-year-old.
see. If one does wonder,
Oh,
if
did you
you
see his
have
butthole?
The TW
Unfortunately, yes,
Yeah,
I did.
did you see that?
Don't do it again.
So actually, they haven't
Have
started quite yet.
the T-
You need a good chill. You know, the chill.
Yeah,
A good chill
it's been
kicks the
warm.
mating season in.
Oh, really?
times when it's dark.
I mean, because they mate
hard to see.
so that, based on the weather cycle, so that they will give birth in the spring. You know, so that the babies don't. Same as we do with our horses. We want to mate the horses so that they are given birth in the spring, not in the middle of December.
And Chris
Makes sense.
has a good point here because he has a great recipe for deer. Venison is good if done right. Right.
Somebody tricked me into
Very
eating
good
it,
meat
and I
for
was not happy.
Wants to see the butthole.
No, it's
I
very
do.
good meat for you.
I do.
Way better than the beef.
Yeah, watch out for those deer. Okay, watch out. They're out there. They're horny and they're all over the place. Right. Venison.
And if you
jerky.
hit one, you might get
Mhm.
screwed.
Oh,
You might, yeah.
If you don't have insurance.
yo,
Every 5 seconds.
these
we see
motorcycle
this.
crashes.
It's terrible.
In
It's hard.
Clarksville is
Every day.
Oh man,
It's
I would-
ridiculous.
I'm not. I'm a big motorcycle guy. I loved them. I haven't driven one in years for this.
it's these
I feel very-
crotch rocket guys.
I'm a
And
very
people
good
don't look when
rider
they're
and,
driving.
No, it's the crotch rocket
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
I
You don't
don't
really
blame
see
the other
Harley
drivers.
accidents.
No, you're right. It's these guys. I saw it. I was in Franklin. I did a gig this week. By the way, Clarksville. We could do Franklin stuff. We really could.
We absolutely could.
Absolutely.
We
But,
need to.
Man, they're just they don't
yeah,
care.
No, they do. They're putting themselves in a lot of other people's risks.
Tennessee's roads have gotten more dangerous for people
Baby
on
kebabs,
motorcycles.
yeah.
New data shows
Oh,
a big jump in crashes involving motorcycles compared to just 5 years ago. News 2's Corey Johnson looked into what's behind this trend.
New data from the Tennessee Highway Patrol shows motorcycle crashes are up 40% for October 2024 compared to October 2019. The 2024 data shows 22% of those crashes involved someone under the age of 25. 7% were the result of speeding. And more than half of the crashes in both years involved cars.
There's just so much more
John Doe says, don't put those deer alerts on your cars. It actually scares the deer, and they tend to run towards the road and cause crashes. Oh,
that's a good thing for people to know.
That's a good point. Right, those little whistles that,
The idea is that it makes them stop and look. Oh. You know, that makes them freeze. You know, it does work. Hanging, along your property, you can't do it. Although Germany did it everywhere. You would see this all over Germany, that in the state did it, but they would take CDs, just your little, like you put in a computer.
Oh,
CD,
the shine.
and the shiny, and they hang them from trees every so often along and that little glit thing makes them stop and go away. It somehow has
urine, human urine. Also keeps them out. So now wherever I drive, I have bags filled with my urine.
There you go.
And I saved a lot of my water bill, too, with this not flushing. And I just drive around leaking. I punch a little hole in the bag, and I just drive around, and my
Is that
piss
so
is
that
all
the
over
deer
the
go to
all
other
over
streets and not
Clarksville?
urine?
Yeah, it stays away, right.
So that's you all over Clarksville doing that?
Yeah, I do it a
The
lot.
whole downtown smells like urine.
Well, I got to hit up the Sango area more.
Well,
Don't do it.
All right.
Don't do it.
It's just a lot of traffic around Nashville, Middle Tennessee areas.
Yeah.
So, drivers, they don't really see motorcycles.
Bubba Boswell, the president of Boswell Harley Davidson in Nashville, tells News 2 in his training courses, they emphasize learning to ride on the road with other drivers.
It's a risk to ride a motorcycle, just like today it's a risk.
My mom goes,
to drive a
ew.
car
Mom, it's a
in
joke.
Oh, that's your
downtown
mom?
Nashville.
Yeah.
That's great. I
So,
smiled at that.
Just be aware of the risk.
Clarksville has seen its fair share of crashes. Police data shows officers have responded to 159 motorcycle crashes in the
Clarksville.
last year.
A lot of
11
soldiers.
people died.
Yes.
Authorities say
Yeah, a lot of
they're
young kids getting the bikes.
We just lost their staff sergeant this weekend.
Really?
On a bike, yeah.
That's terrible. Hi, Joe's
noticing
mom.
trends that are contributing.
But improper lane change, somebody might be distracted.
Yeah, John Doe's right. Don't use female urine, especially when she has her monthly cycle. It tracks the male. So just in case, we're teaching you, if you want to keep away deer, don't use female urine.
And just
So you can't use your urine.
No, my urine identifies as a man.
Okay, cool.
A lot of these cases, though, do involve speeding on one side or the other, whether it's the motorcycle
Boobian.
or
Scott Boobian, he's the public information officer for Clarksville PD.
Okay.
He's all right.
Yeah.
I like Jim. Jim was good, but
We just started working with
or the
CPD. They're
person
going to come
in
out to
the-
Veteran Equine time
Good.
for like if they have a shooting and
Yeah.
an officer
Really?
needs to decompress.
That's
they're gonna
great.
Start coming
I
out
love
there.
that.
And so,
That's
yeah,
hang out
awesome,
with the
Dar.
horses.
Yep.
That's awesome.
That's great,
Smart
Dar.
move.
motor vehicle.
In light of the data, the department is focused on enforcement efforts, including issuing 774 speeding citations and 750.
Here's the problem. You try and pull over these guys on the highway, they don't stop.
No, they'll weave in and out
No,
of
they'll
traffic
actually,
like maniacs.
they
And they have these darts where if someone does take off, they shoot this dart on your bumper, and they're able to GPS track you. You can't do it with these motorcycles. They don't have a bumper. All right.
Put the spikes down. I'm
But
kidding.
for
I'm
your
totally kidding.
the folks, like your cruiser folks,
Yeah.
Yeah.
your Harley and just chill rider
I
guys.
think they're fine.
Well, so their biggest problem is distracted drivers,
Right.
And that not them driving like crazy, but more
Right.
other people distracted, not seeing them. So this was an unofficial study done. I sold Harleys for a little bit many moons ago, right after I got out of the Army, and this guy in L.A. who owned a Harley store did his own little non-sanctioned study, and he rode the exact same route at the exact same time every day for 90 days. The first 30, he wore the high yellow, high vis, stuff. The next 30, he wore the solid black kind of biker gear that you would expect to see, nothing really high vis. And then and tracked the number of incidents of almost got me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was statistically insignificant over each 30-day period. It
Same?
was
Really?
one was 13, one was 15.
Yeah.
It was statistically insignificant, right?
Wow.
The high vis they were the same. And then the last 30 days there was 0.
Why? Why 0?
What was 0? Yeah.
He rode a white motorcycle with a white helmet.
Wow.
Well, that's the new rule. Sorry,
He
all your
looked
motorcycles
like a cop.
Yeah, all your
He
motorcycles
looked like a cop.
Oh, I thought it was
He
more
looked like a
visible.
cop
Okay.
bike.
That's right. Yep.
And so when now
Wow.
people aren't paying attention,
Yeah.
but they look for the cop. They
That's
see the
so
cop
So-
bike helmet, and then boom.
That's what you guys got to do. You got
There
to
you
got to
go.
dress up as police officers.
Right.
Okay?
Well, don't wear that. Just have the bike that will
Or a
make
police
people
helmet.
think you're a cop for a second.
All right.
Go, ooh, just enough to get their attention.
Dress
So,
up like
yeah.
a member of the Village People. All
There
right?
you go.
The issue I got with the Harley bikes and stuff like that
Yeah.
is, listen, with the music, okay?
Oh, I know. It's
your,
so
your
loud.
bike is loud enough,
Yeah.
and so their music is blasting. It really is noise pollution at this
A
point.
little bit.
Noise pollution for me was back up north. Like you'd go through the Lincoln Tunnel and
Yeah.
you'd have a Harley in there and they'd rev it.
Oh.
And it was like echoing and you thought you were getting
Yeah.
killed by a semi truck. Do you remember that?
Of
Being
course.
up north? It was
Yeah.
horrible.
At least one person's in the hospital after
Unless you're
two
on the bike,
separate
then it's
crashes.
awesome.
Clarksville police
right.
were sent to Wilma Rudolph Boulevard at Old Trenton Road earlier this evening. One person was flown to Nashville by Life Flight helicopter. The second crash happened later at the intersection of Golf Club Lane and Memorial Drive. Police say they currently don't know the status of those injured.
Check out these stats, though. This Clarksville police reports motorcycle crash numbers are on the rise. Look
That's
at
so sad.
look at these numbers. Yeah, did you see this picture? Like, it's gone.
I can't even imagine like
It's
being
gone.
a parent and seeing that. Like I hate when they put those pictures on Facebook before like the family's notified. I just wish they wouldn't do that.
I saw one out there the other day, and it was, it looked like the motorcycle had been parked at a light, and the guy just came right up. I mean, it was literally the car just like wrapped around it like that. It kind
Good
of
grief.
came in like the motorcycle was stuck completely in the engine compartment.
It's crazy.
Just
horrible.
like a Lego piece or something. It
Right.
was, it was.
That's terrible.
And there was boots, like it knocked the guy out of his boots.
Yeah, I've seen that with the
around.
shoes on the
Yeah,
ground. You're like,
shoes on the
Really?
ground.
Like, wow, it just knocks them right out of their boots or shoes.
Because of the impact being that heavy? Really?
159 motorcycle crashes in the past year.
Just here in
Just in
Clarksville,
Clarksville. 56 resulted in property damage. 93 led to 103 injuries. 93 led to 103 injuries, and 10 crashes resulted in 11 fatalities.
I feel like I've seen
Honestly,
more
just
than
about
that.
the only, and even riding in large groups isn't safe. People weave into large groups all the time. It
Yeah.
happens, Or one deer runs out into a group of a dozen bikes, and now 3 dudes get taken out.
In the past 3 months, officers have issued 774 speeding citations, 755 warnings as part of the efforts to enhance road safety.
You're taking your life in your hands in Clarksville in a car, let alone on a bike.
Yeah.
People drive crazy around here.
Yeah, come visit Mom and Dad. They're coming around November. This is a great promotion for them to come
I
visit.
want to meet
But
Mom
it's
and
everywhere,
Dad.
man. No. This is everybody. Oh, Clarksville drivers. When
Yeah.
I'm in Fayetteville, I hear about Fayetteville
That's
drivers.
right.
It
Well,
is
Fayetteville-
everywhere.
Fayetteville
The
sucks.
entire nation is distracted. The entire nation has forgotten how to, get in the left lane, pass, and then get back in the right lane. It ain't here. It's everywhere.
Somebody took a huge leak in Adams. Did you see this?
You did that again?
No, this one wasn't me.
Oh.
This was in Adams,
This one
Tennessee.
was
A major water leak
not
is
urine.
affecting Adams right now. The West Robertson Water Authority has a crew on site.
I like
to
Adams.
repair it.
Adams is
they
nice.
say they
It's
don't have a
beautiful.
completed repair time. Once this leak is repaired, people may experience discoloration in the water supply. You may need to let your water run temporarily, and crews will flush the lines in the affected areas.
All right, there you go. Tobacco barn destroyed in Robertson County fire.
That must have smelled great.
I bet that smelled so good.
I love that smell in the fall.
Man, that's the best smell.
Yeah, you wake up in the morning and it's like, oh, it's fall. It's that smell in Tennessee.
Stewart County, like
Mm-hmm.
whatever they're doing out there, it's great.
A tobacco barn was ruined in a fire last night in Adams. This is from our partners at Smoky Barn News right here. Along with the barn, about 5 acres of tobacco was also damaged. Other buildings nearby.
How
and
much?
a tree
5
line-
acres. That's a lot of money.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
that's terrible.
That's a lot of money.
I hope this wasn't done on purpose.
Also damaged. Other buildings nearby and a tree line were in danger, but several crews worked to contain that fire, keep it from spreading. The cause of it is still under investigation.
Yeah.
John Doe says, in his experience, New York drivers are the worst. but I'm from New York, and the difference is that they're aggressive, but they're not as horrible at it as they are here.
What's tough here is you have, because military and all these other, this brings so many different walks of life to our city.
Mhm.
You got so many different styles of drivers. It doesn't blend well.
It
At least
doesn't.
in New York and Jersey, you got pretty
All
much
crazy.
one type of driver. Nuts.
Yeah, they're all nuts.
Right. Here you got nuts, you got defensive, you got offensive, you got slow, you got fast, you got hesitant, you got reluctant. Right.
Yeah.
And it doesn't blend well here. Hey, there's this proposal to improve GPS monitoring in Montgomery County, Tennessee.
So right now, leaders in Montgomery County considering a proposal that would qualify more GPS vendors to enter into contracts with the county. According to our news partners over at Clarksville Now, the Montgomery County Budget Committee approved that measure. Now, it would allow the county to fully comply with a new state law that requires domestic violence offenders, when released on bail, to wear a GPS-enabled ankle bracelet. Now, this law also allows victims of domestic abuse to better keep track of those offenders. The proposal was sent to the Montgomery County Commission for final approval.
That's great.
They should set that monitoring station up in the middle of Ronda the Roundabout. All right, so after you get out, okay, you have to try and cross the Ronda the Roundabout to get your monitor, and then
That's brilliant.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like it.
But yeah, I guess so. Here's the problem, though. It's like whoever calls the cops first, really, right? With the
I know.
domestic stuff.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't hit her. Well, she called the cops. Okay. Sorry, I didn't want to call the cops. So, it's
There are some people who will hit themselves and then call the cops, which is pretty awful. But it's
right.
Typically speaking, though, that's not usually what happens.
I'm kind of excited for this Phoenix Theater that's coming to the Governor Square Mall.
I didn't even know about it.
It's going to be here as soon as maybe this summer.
Really?
But check out the Phoenix Theaters. Have you ever been in a Phoenix Theater?
Never heard of it.
Take a look at it. It's a privately owned business. They have multiples around the country. But here, look at this. Look how cool this theater is.
Movie theater.
Yep, and the mall.
I gotta tell you, going to movie theaters kind of sucks now.
Yeah.
Too expensive. It's not worth it. What's the point?
John Doe.
I can't pause it to go pee.
Right. And
which matters at this age.
Wait,
what did you say?
I can't pause the movie to go pee.
That's what I thought you said. Okay.
I guess I get it, but I don't like where you have to pick out your seats on an app. You just can't go in and buy a ticket anymore.
Well, that's because they're all big recliner seats now.
They're nice, though.
They are nice.
That is. That's nice. I do like that. But again,
The upside, too, is that you don't wind up with like two seats in the corner in the front row and you're stretching your neck. You could see what seats are available before
That's
you
true.
go.
That's
so
true.
a good point.
But here's the problem. So I did the seat thing. Okay, I go, whatever. Nobody was in the theater. All right, well, there's people in the theater. So I'm in not my reserve seat. Okay. And the seats are very comfortable.
Yeah, they're great.
They're
freaking real nice. But they're very slow. So the two people that had those seats arrived.
They couldn't just take two other ones. And
I gave them the look like, hey, this is our seat. And I gave them the look like,
really?
There's 75 other ones. Yeah.
So I'm like, all right. It was so embarrassing. It was so
And they were so
embarrassing.
noisy,
And they were just standing there.
Waiting.
They're just waiting.
That's funny.
It was embarrassing. But yeah, 42,312 square foot building with a feature 10 movie screens.
Nice.
All new premium reclining heated seating.
Heated seating?
Yeah.
I'm in.
Heated.
Oh,
I'm in.
people are going to be farting like
warm
crazy.
Joe.
This 4K laser digital projection, Phoenix mobile apps with online tickets, Dolby Atmos, which
What's
means it's Dolby Atmos the best.
Okay.
So family-friendly pricing, we'll see about that.
Yeah.
Combined ticketing and concession purchases in one line. Okay. And self-serve Pepsi and butter stations. There you go.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm into
You know what I
that.
miss though? The Dollar Theater.
Yeah,
like
those are fun.
they went through it's already been through its major
That's right.
run, and now it would go over to this little
Yep.
one, and the kids had they had a great one in Fayetteville at Fort Bragg where you could go in there and get all the maybe a month or two after they stopped playing in the big theaters. And
It was great.
They should do
and
that
they
at the
had a big
Roxy.
arcade next door.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, it was great.
That's a lot of fun. They should do
It
that at the
was.
Roxy when they don't have a show.
Yeah, turn
I
it
think
into
people
the
would love
dollar or the
that.
$2. I mean, I guess
The $2
today
theater
in Brian's
or-
economy, need to be like the $5 account. You know,
Talk to Rich Holiday about that.
I should talk to Rich
Yeah,
Holiday
and he's
about
on the
that.
Roxy board. isn't
Yeah, he's on the Roxy board.
He should do
Shelly's husband?
Yes.
Yeah.
You still got a problem with Shelly?
I love Shelly.
You
You
say
just
that
said
now.
she's the worst driver. Is that what you said? Because she won't put her blinker on? Is that what it was?
She is a terrible driver when it comes to blinkers. She refuses to use her blinker.
That's so funny.
That's so Clarksville, though.
Yeah.
Nobody uses blinkers here.
Yeah, so
But
what are you
everybody
giving her a
knows where
hard time
Shelley's
for?
going. It's okay.
Yeah, this is true.
Don't beat up on
This
my
is
girl
true.
Shelley.
She was so rude yesterday
Who?
to a waiter.
Who, Shelley?
Shelley.
What do you mean?
Oh my God. So, okay, and we're going to talk about the Avenger away team, the Cumberland with we're on CCR.com.
Yeah.
So, we're at the mailroom yesterday.
Mm.
Okay, and nice waiter. Cool guy. His name's Ryan. Hey, you guys good? You got apps? You guys want apps? Or whatever. So, he's about to walk away, and Shelley goes, "Hey, can you take this?" I was like, "Yo, Shelley." So he didn't make anything of it. He goes, "Oh yeah, sure." He goes back. I go, "Shelley, that was rude." She goes, "What are you talking about?" And then she tried to do a little survey with the rest of the table if it was rude or not. I go,
And
"No."
the consensus?
She
They
wasn't-
picked Shelley's side,
I
didn't
know
they,
they
Joe?
did.
Rich picked Shelley's side, of course.
He has to.
Well, he's her lobster.
Jody was undecided. Okay?
Okay.
Steve, right? Steve, we all know Steve?
Yeah, sure.
I think Steve was on my side.
But he couldn't say it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay? But yeah, Shelley was, hey!
Well,
now, here's the thing with Shelley.
no really cares if you're mad at us, Joe. But if Shelley's mad at us, we kind of care about that.
The thing with Shelley is she would never want to be rude.
No,
She's so
no,
sweet.
she
It
didn't-
could have just been an accidental, tone.
didn't
thing.
mean
She wasn't being
But
rude. Joe's just
she's
giving her shit.
awesome.
He's
Yeah.
pulling her.
Yeah, Joe's just giving her a hard time.
He's being
He's
Joe.
busting chops. Yeah. He's busting her chops.
Because here's what she did do. She started
Excuse
questioning
me.
herself
Yeah.
all day, the rest of the day, whether or not
She
she had
did.
actually been rude or not.
Yes.
And that's what he did, was get, Shelley, you were not rude. You're a sweetheart.
love you,
Joe's being
Shelley.
Joe.
Joe
And
is
he's
just
got his
so
little
mean.
cat ate the canary grin going now. Like, you figured me out.
She was a little rude. But yeah, hey, Clarksville, Cumberland Rentals, okay? I know it's going to be getting a little colder, but fishing. Tons
Oh
of
my God! We
fishing.
have fishing charters every weekend
I
for
love
any
it.
type of fish you want to do. Even if you don't want to take the jet ski, we have jet skis that
Yeah.
you don't have to go fast, but you can go anywhere, and they have fishing packages on them. The kayaks, we also have guided fishing packages. The charters, where
Oh,
you
that's
have a
fun.
captain that takes you out. and-
Family friendly?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
My
gotta
son
u-
would love that.
So got to utilize that Cumberland River. I'm glad you guys are doing what you're doing. RentCCR.com.
Dude, right now,
Mm-hmm.
get on the jet ski. You don't go fast. This is a
Yeah.
15, 20 mile an hour trip, and just run up and down the river and look at the colors.
It's so beautiful.
Oh
The
my
water's
God!
freezing,
You
though.
you don't get wet.
Oh, yeah, I guess if
You
you're
don't
not going
get wet.
80.
These are large boats that are just.
Oh, yeah.
You're not jumping up and down in
Oh,
the
yeah,
water.
these are great.
These
Check-
things are awesome.
Cool.
Now also, you got with that. Okay, you can go ride a horse as well.
Yes.
along the
I want to
Cumberland.
do that.
Veteran
gotta do
equine time has really just been, our main thing there is we're reducing suicide in the community, and not just in veterans, but kids, anybody
Police.
who's police, you name it.
That's amazing.
It's not about just veterans. It's about taking people who have been victims in life experiences and bringing them into being a veteran of that experience. You
Yeah.
know? And just yesterday we had another big group out, and another person who's I was on the phone with until 8 o'clock last night, and he's still with us this morning.
Just
Texted me
walking
this
them down.
morning. And
God bless you, Dar.
so they're out there, and the horses just it's peaceful.
It is pretty out there.
It is.
Beautiful.
Discover a new world out there. And plus, you could stay overnight. You got the yurts. They're called yurts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just unplug, be in nature. It's such
That's
a
it.
wonderful thing to do.
That's right.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we're going to be in the Veterans Day Parade this coming weekend, so come on down.
Is that this weekend?
That's this coming weekend downtown.
I'm glad you said that. Okay.
It
What
starts
day?
at 10 o'clock on Saturday.
Oh, fun. I didn't even know.
Yeah, Saturday at 10 o'clock.
Cool.
And goes 10 to 12. And we'll be in the parade. We'll be towards the rear. You'll see us. We're going to have 4 horses with veterans riding them. And then we're going to have a carriage being pulled by a horse team. What do you guys think about horse carriage rides in downtown Clarksville?
Why not? Do you have to have the poop bag?
Yeah, of course.
I'd love that
There's a
idea,
poop bag.
especially at like Christmas time when it's
just
really
like Friday and Saturday
cozy.
nights. You know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But so, anyways, we have that, and then we'll have a hay trailer being pulled with some folks up there.
That's this
so,
Saturday.
yeah, and
Good.
then we'll be in the Christmas parade on the 7th of December, which will be that the lighted Christmas parade.
Yeah, that's going to be here in no time.
I got to get into that Christmas parade.
Come join
there's
it
my
with
little
us.
boy.
You can join us.
I would love to.
So you got this Friday. You got the over at the Roxy there.
Yes, this Friday is our silent auction at the Roxy.
What time?
5:30 till 8. We have amazing stuff that we're auctioning
So you can
off.
come to the Veterans Day parade in the morning and stay for the silent auction at night?
Well, it's Friday night.
Well, this one's Friday.
Oh, Friday
yeah, it's
night.
Friday
Friday
night.
night.
But
There
you
you
could
go.
stay overnight and go to the Veterans Parade in the morning. You could do that. But yeah, no, we're really excited about it. We're hosting it in collaboration with Mayor Pitts and his amazing wife Cynthia.
And you guys are you know what you should set up?
What's that?
It's like an actual punching booth.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, where you can punch people. for
Oh, I
money.
thought you meant like a punching bag. Well,
No.
maybe my dad could stay a little longer.
Yeah.
I'm totally kidding.
Yeah, punch the gut. $1.
gut.
Punch his gut.
You want to be the
You
person
need
they
the
punch?
punching
busy
machine
Friday.
like
I'm
at the
very busy.
fairs,
Yeah.
Pow,
Yes.
does
Those
the
are
ding,
great.
ding, ding, ding.
That actually would have been a great idea if I had thought of it sooner.
It's all right. But this Friday, the silent auction, okay? And definitely go check it out at the Roxy. It's going to be a good time. Plus,
Tickets are a donation.
you guys do a good thing too. I mean, bullying, it's a problem, and I truly believe, like you guys, I think that the only way to beat a bully is to beat a bully sometimes.
And honestly, like we are
Self-defense,
working with kids that are
Confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you walk in a room with confidence, you'll never even have to fight a bully. They'll just come to like confidence.
they don't
is
target you
everything.
that way.
Exactly. You, don't
And
get
there have
targeted.
been a lot of kids that we've worked with who were having suicidal ideation, and they are here again this morning because of us. So it's important. There are a lot of parents that are losing kids as young as 6 to suicide, and I don't even understand how that's even possible, but it happens all the time, and people don't talk about it. But we are making changes, and we're saving lives, and we really need the support of the community to come out and support us on Friday night.
And it's counterintuitive, right? It's not about bull wrapping your child. It's about actually teaching them, for lack of a better term,
be
to take a
strong.
punch.
They have to be strong and resilient.
I'm coming out for the auction.
Yeah.
Look at this
it'd be
stuff.
great.
I mean, the Teddy Atlas glove was pretty cool. Remember
Oh,
Teddy
it's
Atlas?
beautiful.
He trained Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
We got, it's in a beautiful display case with lights. It's really beautiful.
Now, here's the thing with this silent auction.
Mm-hmm.
When there's like 2 minutes to go, that's when I.
You can't take the pens, though. Ha ha.
It's so brilliant, though, that I always take the pens. Nobody can hit me at the end.
Oh, that's
It
And
works,
it's
right?
digital for us, so you can't. It's
you
a
say
really
election
easy
rigging, Joe?
software.
Yes,
Is that what you say?
Auction rigging.
I
Yeah.
auction rigger, right?
But no,
Good
it's going
stuff.
to be a good time, but yeah, that's the other part of it. It is digital, so you just create an online, profile to bid, and you scan a QR code, and it'll let you know if you're outbid. So if you can't stay the whole time and you really want an item, so it's,
You got to play that little
it's intriguing.
Andy Griffith episode where Opie has to go out and the bully keeps taking his nickel at the corner, and his dad finally tells him go out there, and and he comes back with the black eye or the whatever, and he's like, it didn't even hurt, Dad, it was great. And so yeah, we need to show that. Scuba diving.
Shelley was rude the other night.
Leave Shelly alone.
I'm telling you. I think she needs a vacation. Maybe go to Orange Beach or something with water dogs.
You know what? I could see that.
Right? She was stressed.
So she can be rude to people in Florida.
Hey, take this. Wow, Shelley. Oh,
She's
boy.
not.
I love
mean.
Shelley.
Everybody loves
She is
Shelley.
really, truly one of the most
Kindest.
gentle, kindest spirits.
Yeah. I
Oh
love her.
on
boy,
this
she's
planet.
got you guys fooled. Waterdogs.scuba.com.
I think Joe he's the pot stirrer. He's the guy that when Shelley sits down, she'll go ahead, say what you said about her when she wasn't here, and then gets up and leaves.
Just telling the truth.
Oh God.
Just
he
make an
stirs the pot.
observation. Make an observation.
We should do it to him.
And I think she farted yesterday, too.
Joe Padula.
Hey, Office Now, ClarksvilleOfficeNow.com. They got some space available if you're a business owner and you're looking to have a location, and prime location, right on Wilma Rudolph Boulevard, for crying out loud.
And you can't work with anybody better in April.
Oh,
right?
she's the, well, you want to know the truth about April, too?
Oh, come on,
Okay.
Joe.
So here's the thing about April. All right? I'll spill the tea, okay? Is that... So, April, okay? She puts on this act as if she's very confident and she's a strong woman, right? She's so scared of me. Okay? She is afraid and terrified of me. She was supposed to be on the show like the past 2 weeks. Every time it's go time, can we reschedule? Oh my God, I gotta do this. She's scared. And that's okay.
Joe, it's not scared. She's just trying to tell you kindly, you're just not that important.
That's okay. No. I can hear her in her voice. And on top of it, I think she's a little jealous of me. But yeah, ClarksvilleOfficeNow.com.
Me and Dar are just like, we're not speaking.
Hey, it's
that one actually got me.
I'm like, I got nothing.
So this Saturday, this past Saturday at O'Connor's, it was the Halloween hangover costume contest.
Did you win?
No, I was the MC.
Okay.
Oh, these costumes. So it was based on actual your costume, your presentation, and the crowd reaction with the three things.
Yeah.
So the winner was this female Beetlejuice. But it was all right. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It's just she won the crowd over.
Yeah.
You know, her presentation song was Jumping the Line by Harry Belafonte. And it had the whole place doing a freaking Congo line.
That's great.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
I love it.
Jump in the line. Everybody just dance.
Jump in the line. Yeah, it was fantastic.
Rock your body now.
That's good.
Shake, 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 Sonora. But
Shake your body now.
Should have done the Donald Trump dance with shake, shake, shake.
I always love that little dance. I
dance
think
the
it's so
best.
cute. It's like everybody's grandpa.
Third place was
It's
this
like a bad version of the Macarena.
I know.
this female Colonel Sanders took third place.
Mhm.
And of course, it's like sexy Colonel Sanders.
Yeah.
So, right
like
at
a
the
transgender.
end of her performance, she unzipped her Colonel pants
Don't tell me.
and pulled out a chicken.
Okay, thank God it was a chicken.
Pulled out a chicken.
I thought it was a transgender.
Was it
I
a
like,
male chicken? Like
It was
fighting?
Yes, it was a cockfighting chicken. Yes, absolutely.
Cockfighting chicken?
Yeah, it was a cockfighting chicken.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, it was a good
Yeah.
time.
That's funny. Dar's just looking at me like you didn't get it at all.
Hey, this Tuesday is election night, so we won't be having Old Day Brewhouse trivia that night.
Are you going to be going live and covering it?
So,
yeah.
So
Gonna
yeah,
cover an election night or what?
Yeah, well, we're going to be down at Jody's place, Clarksville Collection.
Cool.
Yeah, come on by.
Very cool. I would love to come by.
Absolutely, it's going to be a nice viewing party there. But Tuesdays is normally All Day Brewhouse trivia.
I'll never forget that night, election night at the smoke shop.
Yeah,
place.
absolutely. Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good.
That was a good one.
That's where I met Ratio Hannison.
Ah, yes.
May he rest in peace.
Good times. Good times. Yeah.
Miss him.
Let's see. Oh, Wednesdays is Skyline 500 Rooftop Trivia. This is a good time over there at Shelby's Trio. Yeah, we have fun. We had the last week was the costume competition during trivia there too. That was great. I think the person who won was Sexy Minions.
How do you
What's
make
your
a
favorite
minion
food there?
sexy?
I don't know. They did it though. Which one?
What's your favorite food there on the rooftop?
I would have to say their brunch on the weekends. The Mexican omelet.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Is I believe the best omelet in the city. The Mexican omelet.
Brunch on Sunday. What time do they open?
That brunch starts at 10 a.m. and is
I wanna
served
get
until
that.
1 p.m. I believe. So yeah,
Put some hot sauce up on that.
it's so good.
I have to go try that.
Especially with the avocado in it.
Oh, that's good.
It's an
He said,
aphrodisiac.
Avocado. Good for.
Thursdays is Wicked Good Trivia. They were not open on Thursday because they had kids and wanted to take them trick-or-treating.
Mhm.
So I was out of paycheck, and that's okay.
He's just,
So did we discover what the most popular is it in fact candy corn or what is the
2024, according to candystore.com, the most popular Halloween candy of 2024 is
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Probably Reese's.
It is no longer Reese's peanut butter cup. They've had this
Snickers?
huge reign. It is now M&M's.
Really?
Regular M&M's.
All right.
What about
sold.
WW's?
No, well, you got to turn them upside down. Right.
WW's
Yeah.
took me a second.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
got
wait,
you got to flip them. Right. Melissa.
On side. Oh,
They
yeah.
should
duh.
totally do an M&M commercial. You have the other in it with one that has a W.
Yeah.
Like, what?
That
You
would
guys
be
don't
great.
accept me?
Flip it.
That
What's
would
up with
be
diversity?
Put the shirt on inside
That's
out
what
the
they should
M&M.
do. An
That's
M&M
funny.
diversity and inclusion with a W. instead.
You know what? That's actually fantastic.
I'd eat it. Right.
That's awesome.
Clarksville Third Base Trivia Night is tonight. Mondays.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's always a
Dude.
good time. They're great. man.
Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
Their tacos are yummy.
Even if, they're sliders. They're Philadelphia sliders. Forget about
But
it.
their Taco Tuesday, man.
And I even like their grilled chicken wrap or even their grilled chicken salad with the honey mustard. It comes with
And
ranch. Ask for the honey mustard instead.
They had the punch thing.
Yeah, they do.
They do?
Yeah,
They got a
one of the punch thing.
They
Yep.
should bring it to our silent auction. And
I'm just saying you go talk to them.
I say next time you do your event there.
Yeah, that's
Instead of
what
the
I'm
rock
saying.
great idea.
Right.
Right, because they've got outdoor out back next to the river with
Food, drinks.
It's a great idea.
cornhole and fire pits.
Oh, fantastic
and,
out there.
Pool
I haven't been there
tables
yet.
and all kinds of stuff.
Why don't you guys come on out tonight at 7 o'clock?
That's
Can
a
you bring a gift?
fabulous idea.
Yeah.
Well, my dad's visiting. Caleb can hang out with him, and I can come out for a little bit.
Well, you should bring your
Some
dad. though.
earmuffs.
You
Bring
should
my
your-
dad?
Yeah, he would love it. Here,
Yeah, he probably would love
Let's
it.
play around. Okay,
All right.
and this is going to be a grammar category.
Oh,
grammar. Okay.
Oh my gosh, stay
Crap, I
off
said, oh,
her.
crap.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's
Oh,
a
damn.
lot of.
That's a lot of-
Oh boy.
That's like
Now,
we have
so
a
at that
soccer
point,
team.
it's not the guy. It is definitely the wife. At that point, you're like,
Yeah.
hey, listen, woman, back off.
Yeah, stop.
Stop.
Yeah, stop already.
Well, what are these? Are these
Triplets?
Oh my.
Ooh, mercy.
That poor lady.
I'm so proud of us. We all knew they were triplets.
All right, I need you to spell from the word. Spell its plural form.
Okay.
Just tell me the plural form of
All
the
right.
word. You don't have to spell it. Just tell me what
Okay.
it is. All right. Melissa, you're up first.
Let's go.
Aircraft. What is the plural of aircraft?
Aircraft.
Are you sure?
I believe so.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
It is aircraft.
Yeah.
So many aircraft.
Right. Right. Look at
I
that.
worked in
Look at all that aircraft.
aircraft maintenance for a short time, so I actually learned something there.
Did that
Cool.
time fly by?
It
Oh.
totally flew by. Ding.
Dar, you ready?
I am.
Here we go. Cactus.
Cacti.
You're going with cacti.
Absolutely final answer.
The correct answer is cacti or cactuses.
Cacti or cactuses.
Yeah, cacti or cactus.
or cactuses.
I can't believe cactuses is one of the plurals of cacti, but yeah. But yeah, cacti is the most common.
Well, so it's cacti in the northeast, and
Uh-huh.
it's cactus. I have no idea.
Cactuses.
It's cacti. I've always heard cacti. I've
Me
never
too.
heard cactuses.
Cactuses.
That's like saying synonym.
Right.
Yeah, that's just
cinnamon.
not an easy thing to say.
Or breakfasts.
Breakfasts.
I'm having more than one breakfast.
I mean, think about it. If you're watching John Wayne out in the West, go find some cacti. That
Yeah.
sounds good. Go
Absolutely.
find some cactuses.
Yeah.
That's not.
That doesn't really.
Just
yeah.
doesn't sing
Kills
like
it.
zucchini.
Yeah.
Zucchini sings off the right,
Mm-hmm.
but not
Zucchinis.
squash. They're the same
Zucchini.
thing. You say
Mm.
squash, you say zucchini. I like saying zucchini. Fun word.
Zucchini? No, I'm kidding.
Squashuses.
Totally kidding. Squashuses.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Analysis. What is the plural of analysis?
Analysis.
You're going with analysis?
Yeah.
Don't be so anal.
Yep. Analyses.
Oh,
Anal
okay.
plus C's
Yes.
equals analyses.
Anal plus C's equals analyses.
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 So it's
Anal
just spelled
plus
different.
C's
Yeah.
equals
IS
analyses.
versus ES.
That's right.
Makes it from single. That's stupid.
That is stupid.
I believe it's Greek.
It is
That's
stupid.
why.
All right, so
Here you go, Dar.
oh, sergeant's major.
Wait. You're trying
And
to tell
actually,
me.
that's the singular form too.
Uh-huh.
He's a sergeant's major, not sergeant major. We say it's sergeant major all the time, but it's sergeant's major.
The plural of sergeant major is very good.
Seriously, knock this
Interesting.
off those sergeants major.
I
Yeah.
would have said sergeant majors.
Right. Most do.
Yeah.
But it is sergeant's major.
Well, I might have spent a day or two in the
That's
Army.
right.
A little bit, yeah.
Last one. Hymen.
Really, Joe?
Hymen. What is the plural form of hymen?
Hymens?
You're going with you think the plural form
Now I
of
can't stop
hymen
thinking of Hellmans.
is hymens?
I don't know.
Hyman.
You should have asked Dar that one.
I don't know.
Dar, what do you think?
Don't know.
Look at the pictures.
Look at the
over each
picture of
hymen.
Kamala. Oh my God, I love you.
There's their hymens.
Has something to do with the Adam's apple, right? Or
These women used to have hymens, and some now have bruised knees. So.
That's right. Hymens.
I was
very
right.
good. You were
Okay.
right.
Now
You were
all I
right.
can think of is Hellman's.
during that.
Look at the AOC hymen. It's all over the place.
That's horrible.
Poor Hillary. Look at the Hillary hymen. Tulsi a little
The
bit.
double H.
But yes, Melania, nothing. Still intact. I'm coming, baby. All right. Here we go. Clarksville's third base trivia night. Yeah, come on out tonight, 7 o'clock. We'll have a good time. Party with a purpose. But yeah, that place is great. It's right next door to you
fun.
guys, too.
It is. It's
Yeah.
right next door to
Cool.
us. Right across the river. And they're great. They have fun.
Yeah. Nice ladies, too. I like the girls that they got there. Yeah. Except for the one. All right, here we go.
Shelly works there? No, I'm kidding.
Shelly.
I didn't say that, Shelley.
I was just saying what Joe was thinking.
Ah.
No, Shelly, we love you.
Okay. Here, let me call her real quick.
She's going to send him to voicemail.
She's not going to be able to hear me on the speaker. I dropped my phone, so I don't think the speaker works anymore. Shelly, can you hear me? Yeah. We were just talking. Well, you're live, by the way. We were just talking about you on the show. I hope you don't mind. No, I don't. Okay, that's good. So yesterday at the mailroom. Wait, who's we? Dar is here. What's up, Dar?
Hey, what's up, Shelley? I'm on your side.
And Melissa's here. What's up, Melissa?
Hey, Shelly, I'm on your side, too.
I didn't. There's no sides to be on.
Yes,
There's
there are.
totally a
There's
side,
two
and we're on
sides,
Shelly's.
And we're on Shelly's side.
Shelly, when you talked down to that waiter yesterday, did you not say, "Hey, take this"? Did you not?
I didn't. Now I went, oh, hey, can I get a thing when you come back?
Oh, now you're adding O's and your inflection. You said that's such BS.
Hey, but my thought was, oh, like it just popped in my head. That's why I said, hey. And
Okay.
I explained that to you last night.
All right.
And I apologize to the waiter.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's okay. It's all right.
It's
It's no
because
big
Joe made
deal.
you
It's
feel
no big
bad.
deal. I just.
It's a big deal to you, but not to me.
No. They
We
brought,
just want you to know we all had your back in here,
Yeah.
Shelley. All of us.
They brought it up. Okay, so.
Yeah, we weren't even there.
All right.
Shelly, we love you, and Joe's is just a mean bully.
Say it again, Shelly.
The people that weren't there brought it up?
Yes, they heard about it.
It's being talked about throughout
Oh,
Clarksville?
everybody's talking. It was on Clarksville chat.
Fantastic.
Ryan the waiter, I think, posted on Clarksville chat. Right.
Fantastic. Ryan?
Yeah.
We probably would do that.
Oh, I love it. All right, Shelly. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Just wasting my time. All right, so we talked about the election, all these other things too. The poor squirrel's dead.
Oh, Peanut.
Yeah, Peanut.
What's your prediction for tomorrow, Joe? What's the percentage? Who's going to take it? I know we're pulling for Trump. What do you think?
Again, I'm going with that Atlas polling as a good guidance. Again,
I think-
polling is guidance.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm thinking he's, if it's legit, everything 55% or so.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah,
If it's
55 to
legit.
60, that'd be about.
I
right.
think the House, I think the Republicans are going to pick up maybe 2 seats in the House to increase the majority there. Not by much, but yeah. And I do think they're going to win the Senate. So if things, like you said, there's no dots on ballots and machines breaking and ballots dumping at 2 a.m.
Finding
Dude,
boxes
the
of
conspiracy
thousands of
theorists
things.
are already hovering.
Yeah.
Waiting for something to just have a hiccup to go, see!
Right.
And I don't know that that's helpful to America either.
No, it's not.
And when Trump does win, he's going to lose. They're going to lose their mind again.
Oh my God!
But hey,
that's what I'm saying. No matter what happens tomorrow,
Somebody's
the
gonna lose
country's
their
not going to
mind.
breathe a sigh of relief. It's just going to be a different fire.
I think I'm going to sigh a nice sigh of relief, though.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about 10:30.
No, half the country will sigh.
You're right.
And half will cry.
But yeah,
And half will cry.
Oh, Chris Early goes. Atmos gives you 3D sound.
Oh,
for the
nice.
for the movie theater, right?
Cool.